The following video is made for adult audiences. It is not made for children. It is made for adult fans of toys, as well as vintage memorabilia. Hey y'all. Today we have another episode where I'm taking a look at a dozen or so fashion packs and see whether or not I like them or whether I would boot them. In a previous episode I took a look at Steffi Love fashion packs and saw whether or not they would fit Barbies. I also took a look at 99-cent fashion packs that I bought from the European discounter Action. This time around I'm taking a look at these fashion packs, and I guess from the way they look that these must be from the early 80s or very late 70s. They have a disco flair to them. They're also very mod, so they must be from that era. So that means that these fashion packs are at least 40 years old, maybe even older. But before we dive right in, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I'll be uploading a video related to fashion dolls past, present and future every week. So the first two fashion packs that we're going to be taking a look at today are this blue overall with a white button-up shirt and a pair of white shoes, as well as this two-piece consisting of a flower print skirt, a striped purple and pink shirt, as well as a pair of matching shoes and a handbag. Modeling for us today are Malibu PJ as well as Malibu Christie. These were part of the Malibu Barbie reproduction set that came out a year or two ago. I decided onto these two models because they use the original 70s twist and turn body, and I feel like that's the perfect body to present these clothings on. First up, let's take a look at Malibu Christie and her blue dungarees with a white button-up shirt. I really love this outfit. I had already styled her hair in this way beforehand. I feel like this look overall suits her very well. It makes her beautiful skin tone pop even more. Now the cotton they use is a very stiff cotton, which, while not the softest in touch, does give the clothes a very nice shape. I also like the fact that the blue overalls that Malibu Christie wears are flared out at the end, giving them the shape of a pair of bell-bottom jeans. You can see that metal snaps were both used here in the front of the white button-up shirt that is a separate piece from the blue overalls. And the blue overalls also had a metal snap here in the back. Now the metal snap felt very tight, and while opening it I almost tore them apart and one of the metal snaps deformed, so I don't know if it's because the metal degraded over time or if that's just a general problem with vintage fashions that use metal snaps, but it does make sense that later on they went ahead and used plastic snaps instead and eventually turned to Velcro, though I feel like plastic snaps would be the perfect solution. Now this look on Malibu PJ is also very cute. I love the print of the skirt. This trim here is made out of a plastic leather-like material. It's different from the cotton material that was used on the rest of the dress. I also feel like this two-piece type of look has been one that Mattel, even in the late 90s or early 2000s, still used to produce. Both of these looks get a thumbs up for me. Now on to the next two looks. We have this flower print jumpsuit that I'm going to be using on Malibu PJ, and we also have this green dress that I'm going to put on Malibu Christie. While taking out the dress and taking a look at the metal snaps, you can kind of see that the metal has corroded over time, which is the reason why it's pretty hard and difficult to get these two separated from each other. While taking these ancient doll fashions out and putting them on the dolls, I kind of feel like an archaeologist who's afraid of destroying them because they feel so brittle. So we have these two looks. I am absolutely in love with this jumpsuit. I think the print on it, as well as the cut and the fit, are beautiful. It's very 70s, it's very flower power, but it's also very chic and not too overtly hippie-esque. I also love the fabric they used on this dress and the color, as well as the silver trim and the gold buttons in the front. Now, I'm not overtly familiar with how fashions from that era are supposed to fit when it comes to the cut of it and the sizing. So I don't know if this silhouette is a very authentic silhouette from that era, but to me it kind of swallows Malibu Christie up, and it could be like a couple of sizes smaller. Next up, I have this cute little piece, and I'm going to be putting this dress on Malibu Christie. I bet it's going to look stunning on her. And then this dress that I'm going to be putting on Malibu PJ. Now this dress is more like it. It flatters Christie much more than the previous one. Now the clasp of the door stand kind of makes the shape of the dress look a bit more different. It has more of a classic mod shape to it. I love the gold buttons here on top. I think this beautiful pink color in combination with this yellow in front looks beautifully on her skin tone. The material used on this dress is very soft. I do like this quite a bit. Now, as far as this dress is concerned, this is just a simple wrap dress that's closed in the front with 2 snaps. Now, oddly enough, all of the fashion packs that I decided to put onto Malibu PJ so far all came with bags. The bags themselves, they open up. There's nothing inherently wrong with this, but it doesn't wow me. Now, next up, we have this green 2-piece with some silver detail here in the front, as well as a pair of white shoes. That I'm going to be putting on Malibu Christie, as well as this disco outfit that I'm going to be putting on Malibu PJ. Now, putting this 2-piece on was a real pain. I even cut myself while trying to detach the metal clasps from one another. These hot pants that Malibu Christie is wearing were also super tight and barely got over her legs. I hope I won't be needing a tetanus shot after this. Now, these metal snaps are also super corroded. I remember that metal snaps like this also used to come with a fabric coating. I believe that the fabric coating on these snaps was meant to prevent this type of corrosion on them. So I removed the clasp from the stand to show off the fit of this dress better. I'm also going to be showing you some close-ups because I really love this cute little disco outfit for PJ. It came with these pair of boots, and these boots are made of a super cheap plastic. We've come a long way. You know, no matter how cheap today's plastic might seem on doll accessories, it's never as cheaply made as the one from yesteryear. Quality these days is, as far as that is concerned, much better. Now, this dress too came with a little fabric bag. It's glittery. It hugs her tight around her waist. There's this little flower accoutrement on her chest, and I quite like this dress, especially in combination with these boots. She's ready for a night out at Studio 54. I also love the fit of this cute little mod outfit. What I love about this era is the simplicity. It makes it look very chic and very elegant, but also very casual at the same time. While it does not seem to create a shape, it still creates a look. I'm a big fan of Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. I love Valley of the Dolls as well. I love Sharon Tate. So this is right up my alley. On to the final stretch here. We have 5 more looks to go. Next is this orange flower print 2-piece, as well as this white tennis outfit. Now, when I took this one out, the top was secured with this little foam piece here, which reminds me of all of the plastic foam pieces that MGA likes to use on their dolls and doll fashions. So it's a tradition that has been going on for decades to make fashions look as neat and as beautiful as possible when displayed in their packaging. So now I present you these two looks. I really love this tennis outfit. I actually think that this is what Mattel should be doing when they're making their career themed or sports themed fashion packs. It's not just about the career or the sport, it's also about making the fashions look chic. And this one is not just a sporty look, it's also a very, very chic look. I also love this one, this two-piece with a little peekaboo of the belly here. The trim around the top gives the look a bit of motion. I do love the fact that the pants flare out. The print, while very over the top, is very of its time. And all in all, it also suits PJ very well. Next we have this little pink top with a pair of blue denim hot pants, as well as boots that are made for walking. And this wedding dress with a flower bouquet. I really love this getup. I'm shocked by how vibrant the color of the top still is. After 40 years, you'd think that it would have been faded a bit. Now these pockets on her chest, these are just two triangular pieces of fabric that were sewn onto it with two plastic buttons. I think the boots suit the look very well. I love the touches of white here, as well as here, in contrast to the pink of the shirt she's wearing, as well as the blue denim hot pants. It's a very cute look. I also think that this wedding dress is very gorgeous. I love the little veil that she's having on her head. It's very sheer, and therefore it's very risque, but I still like it nonetheless. I love the lace trim around her neck and the cute little pumps she's wearing as well. Now there's sadly some discoloration around here. That's where the flower bouquet had been placed inside the packaging. You can see that it left some red as well as yellow marks on this part of the bridal dress. I think you can faintly maybe see it, but it's very visible when you have her in front of your own eyes. I think the camera doesn't catch it as well. Now on to a final look. It's this orange two-piece swimsuit. And now for a final look, we have this two-piece bathing suit. Now she has on these shorts that you have to tie by the side. And this piece here does not have any closure, so it's just lying flat on her. And if I didn't have the clasp of the door stand, it would have been open like this. You have these two buttons on each side that are metal with a gold coating, and you have this white ribbon in front, and there's some white trim around the side as well as the collar. I think it's a cute piece. If a girl from that era would have wanted to take her Barbie doll with her to the pool, she could have dressed her in this. So I've shown you now all of the fashion packs. My personal favorite looks are this flower print jumpsuit, this cute little coral pink dress, despite almost losing a thumb putting these shorts on her, this green two-piece. I really loved this disco coat dress. The tennis outfit was quite cute as well. I was also partial to this pair of dungarees with a white shirt. Now let me know which one of the looks was your favorite. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. I know there's always a lot of discussion about how the quality used to be so much better back then. And while I don't necessarily agree that the quality of the materials used was much better back then, I do think that the fashions were much more fashionable and represented the era perfectly in a way that fashion dolls these days do not do. They do not really reflect the era that we live in. They're either super heightened in a very high fashion couture kind of way, or they're very disconnected from what is happening right now as far as the fashions that people like to wear are concerned. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment down below and let me know what you think of these fashions. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And I might catch you in my next video. Bye for now.